Today's video is going to be a little bit different than the ones I've shared before. And if this is something that you guys want to see, I definitely want to turn this into a series to help you find the best foundation pieces for your personal style, your body, and what's going to work for you. So in today's video, I'm trying on over 9 pairs of black pants, ranging from $40 all the way up to $400 to bring you my favorites, which ones are going to be worth the splurge, which ones are the best budget options, and which ones don't even bother trying at all. I'm also going to talk about the different sizing. In some of these pants, I bought 2 sizes because I'm between sizes. And if you've shopped anytime recently, you know that the sizes are pretty much all over the place. So I'm going to tell you which ones and which sizes work the best. Also, I'm looking at which silhouette I like for my shape. I'm a pear shape, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about body shapes, and if you're looking for a certain silhouette for your shape, what pair of black pants might work best for you. I am really excited to do some more of these try on from different brands for some of the foundation pieces that most of us need in our wardrobe. So make sure to leave me a comment if this is a type of series that you're interested in. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. So because my body's changed again, I am no longer able to make my old favorite pair of black pants. These are the Rag & Bone Simone. If you're familiar with them, these don't work anymore. And unfortunately, they don't fit, they don't make them anymore. They're also a slimmer silhouette than I would like at this point. I do want something that's more of a slim, straight leg, and that's just also because my style has evolved a bit and changed, but I do like these for what they were. I'm just looking for something that is gonna work for my body now. So unfortunately, these are gonna get edited out of my closet because they don't work anymore. So as a pear shape, that means that the hips and thighs on my body are the widest part of my body. When you're looking at the 4 measurements of the shoulders, the bust, the waist, and the hips are the widest part for me. So when I'm looking for a pair of black pants, I want something really streamlined along the hips, more tailored and fitted through the hips and thighs. I'm not looking for extra fabric or pleats or anything that's gonna add bulk to that area. Now, if you're someone that's an inverted triangle, say, or an apple body shape, you're more narrow through the hips. If you're an inverted triangle, your largest, your widest area is your shoulders. So to balance out the width of your shoulders, you actually want to find more width along the hips. That's gonna add balance to your proportions. So something like pleats or something that is more of a straight leg or a wide leg is actually gonna help balance. Same thing with the apple shape. The apple is much slimmer and narrow on the hips and thighs area than their other body proportions. So you can look for something with a wider leg, but the key here is to accentuate the waist. That will help balance out the proportions. And this is why black pants aren't really a one size fits all. I think that a lot of brands market it that way, that these will work for any body shape or anyone. And in reality, it's the silhouette that works for you and that you feel best in. And that's gonna look different depending on your height, your body shape, your lifestyle. The fabric choice you're gonna pick have a lot to do with, are you with kids all day, or are you going to the office, or do you want something that's more versatile and in between? All those things are unique to you. And so your pair of pants that you're gonna find for your foundation or your capsule black pants is gonna be specific to you. And even if you're someone that doesn't wear black or doesn't like to wear black, you can think of the same things that I'm showing in today's video, but look for a color like navy or a gray or an olive, a burgundy, maybe a camel, in a color that you resonate with that's gonna be versatile for your wardrobe. And for me, I'm someone that I really enjoy having fewer pieces in my closet, quality pieces, capsule wardrobe essentials that work for me and my body and my personal style. So when I'm looking for a pair of black pants to replace the ones that don't work anymore, I want something that's gonna work with a t-shirt and a pair of chic sneakers. I also want something that's gonna work with ankle boots and a sweater, but I also want a pair that I can dress up with heels if I'm gonna go out to dinner. So I really need these pants to be pretty versatile for my lifestyle. And since I'm constantly recommending the best black pants to my personal styling clients, I wanted to try these out for myself as well, because there's some that we find for some of my clients that work great in some brands, if there's one body shape or they have one type of lifestyle, but for a different client, it's a different brand or a different silhouette. So as I'm trying these on, I wanna walk you through who these might work for, who these might be great for, and who maybe they're just not gonna work for. So the things that I'm looking at when I'm trying on these black pants to decide which of these is gonna be my new black pair of pants that are gonna be versatile and elevated, the things I'm looking at are the silhouette, the fabric, the quality, the construction, how versatile they are, the fit, and also how comfortable they are. So this first pair, these are from Spanx, and I really wanted to try these on because they had a lot of really great reviews, and online they looked like they were a really great pant option, but I hate them. Actually, let me talk about some things that I do like about them. So the first thing I like about them, it has an elastic waistband. So if you have kind of a wider midsection or you just want more comfort, the elastic waistband is definitely nice. The fabric is also super soft. It feels really, really nice fabric-wise. What I don't like about these is the fit. I feel like the fit is just really off, at least on my body. I feel like it's too much fabric on the thighs. It doesn't have real pockets, although it kind of bunches out weird, so it looks like it has pockets. And it really just doesn't feel like a trouser. It almost feels like a sweatpant. So for your life, I would say if you're someone that just wants something really comfortable, but wants a silhouette that's not a legging, and you're someone that does need a little bit more width on your hips, if your hips and thighs are more narrow, this might be one to try. I think it's in the $100 price range. It's not in the super high price range, but for me, these really don't work for what I'm looking for. Now this next pair I'm trying on, these are from Quince, and these are a size small. So I would say these run true to size because I feel like I'm a true to size small on my bottom half. There's some really good things about these, and I think these are in the $40 or $50 price range. Budget-wise, these are a really good find. It has an elastic waistband again, which I like, but there's more structure than the Spanx ones, which personally, again, I really enjoy a bit of structure in my pants. I think, again, in my bottom half, having more structure, but also a little bit of stretch works really well for a pear shape for my silhouette, or the silhouette I'm looking for. It's quality fabric. It's not lined, but still, I think that's okay because it's thick enough. It's not thin at all. So a couple things to point out here. The pockets are not real. Now, that could work for a pear shape because if the pockets don't lay flat naturally, you probably want to get them sewn shut anyway. So that would work for someone that's more wider in the hip area like me. It's also nice that it's fitted along the thigh. I do like that for my silhouette, but I am looking for something that it's a little bit more elevated. It's not as stretchy. This feels more like an elevated legging than a trouser, and I'm really looking for a nice black trouser. Also, they're a tiny bit long. That is not a deal breaker for me. I think finding your perfect pair of black pants or any of your perfect capsule wardrobe essentials could involve some tailoring. So taking the hem up about a ½ inch to an inch is not a big deal for me. I think it would be worth it if I liked everything else about them, but I still want something that's a little bit, a different fabric, I think, and that's a little bit looser, not as much of a legging. So for me, these are a great budget option, but just not my favorite pair of black pants that I'm gonna keep. Now, the next pair of pants is also from Quince, but they're a different silhouette, they're a different fabric, so I wanted to try these as well. And these come pretty close, especially for the price point. I think they're in the $80 price range. I did size up. I did get a 2 and a 4, but the 2 was definitely too tight. The 4 pretty much works, but there's a couple things here that I want to point out. I don't love how it pulls along the hip area. It feels like the pockets don't lay really flat, which could be a matter of sizing up, but then I think for me, it would be too much fabric on the thigh, which is not what I want. The back is an elastic waistband, which is nice, and then the front's a little bit more polished. It is a really nice fabric where I feel like it can work for daytime, it can work with the t-shirt and sneakers, but it can also be dressed up easily. And I do like that it's more of a slim wide silhouette for the bottoms. I think that's really nice. I'm also pretty sure these come in other colors, but these I would say are worth a try. I don't know if these are going to be the ones I'm going to keep, but they're pretty close. I also will say they're a little long on me, and so I will need to hem them if I keep them. But if I'm remembering right, I feel like there's different lengths for their pants on their website, so I'll have to check into that. But these came close, I would say, especially for the price point. So this next pair is from Anine Bing. These are the ones that are $400. There's some things I like about them. There's some things that didn't work. You can tell though, or I can tell, as soon as I took them out of the package, the quality is so nice. They're a nice thick fabric, but it's also light, and they're lined, where none of the other pants were lined. I just think the quality of this, the construction, the fabric, the details are definitely worth the price tag. But for me, the fit is a little bit off, and I'm going to walk you through why. So it does have some pleats here. I don't think I realized that when I ordered it. I don't remember seeing the pleats, but they're pretty subtle. But for me, because I am a pear shape, because my widest part is my hip and thigh area, I don't want pleats. I want to avoid any extra fabric in that area because then I feel like I'm more bottom heavy in my outfits. So for me, I'd prefer a flat front. Now, if you're someone that, like we said earlier, if you're more narrow in the hips, this might actually work really well for you. But for me, it's too much fabric. It's also too much fabric in the thigh. It's more of a straight leg all the way down. It's not tailored and more fitted and slim along the thigh area like I'd prefer. And they're also really, really long. So this is a size 4. They're definitely also a little bit tight. They're really long, so I'd have to get them hemmed. There's a kind of a few things that don't really work for me. But I feel like if you are someone that you're a rectangle shape or you are more slim and narrow in your bottom half, these could really work because they're a beautiful quality. And I do think they will fit some bodies really, really great. But for me, it's just not my silhouette. And I'd also say if you're between sizes, you definitely would want to size up in these. I'm between a 2 and a 4 right now for my body, and the 4 felt a little tight on the waist, although it was looser in other places. Now, this next pair is from La Ligne. I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce it. This is a size 4. I also got the size 2. The size 2 were too tight, and the size 4 fits, but not great. I will say these are probably my least favorite that I've tried on today so far. The fabric feels like a chino, which isn't bad if you like a chino, if you like kind of a casual pant. For me, that's not the fabric I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that's a little bit more elevated that I can also wear for evening, where chinos, I feel like they're more daytime. And the fit is really off on these. So the 2 and the 4 fits really similar. So the sizing, there's not that much difference between the two. They're both really, really, really long. And for reference, I'm 5'4". So I'm not super tall. I'm kind of on the petite edge, but I'm also not really short, where I feel like these are exceptionally long. There's also this like weird opening at the bottom where I think to hem that, it's going to take more work. And I want something more classic. I don't really love this detail. I want something that's just more streamlined. So for me, these really don't work. The pockets pucker. They're definitely not worth the price tag. And I also feel like they're collecting a lot of lint, and all I've done with them so far is try them on. So for me, these are a definite no. Now this next pair, they are a size 2. I didn't get them in a size 4. I definitely need the size 4, but I would say so far these are my favorite. So this is the Limitless pant. It's the curve fit. They're lengthful, high rise, and their leg is wide. So again, I'm gonna go up a size in these, but these I really like the quality of. They're not lined, but I feel like it's a fabric that it has enough of a weight to it that that's gonna work. Maybe if it was in a lighter color, because these do come in other colors, then it might be more problematic to see the underwear seams and things like that. But for a darker color, it definitely works. Now, I think these are really nice quality. This is more of the silhouette I'm looking for. So it's kind of more slim along the thigh, but it's not too tight. It's not too loose. And then it's a slim wide at the bottom. They're not super wide. So for me, I think I want to try these in a 4 because I think that could be the right size for me. This is where we start to see how confusing sizing is. So these pants are also from Aritzia, but they're the Babaton brand. And these are a size 4. And I feel like these fit a little bit tighter than the size 2 in the Aritzia brand, but they're both from Aritzia. It's important to look at the silhouette and the style. So these are the agency pant, they're wool. They are a classic fit, a high rise. The leg is wide and the length is full. So these I feel like were also close, but I would need to size up in these. And there's something about the ones I tried on before that I like a little bit better fit-wise. These pull a bit at the hips. The pockets kind of don't lay flat, but again, I think that's because I need one size up. Otherwise, I think they're pretty good for the price point, but I'm more interested in seeing what the size 4 in the other pair of Aritzia pants would feel like. This next pair is from Vince. These are an extra small, and these I would say are the right size. So these are more in the $350 to $400 price range. So this is definitely on the higher end. Now, are they worth the splurge? I do like the fit. I don't love the fit. For me, they're not worth the splurge because I don't love the fit. But if you're someone that wants an elastic waistband and wants something that's more fluid and flowy and just, they're really comfortable, the material's nice, they're not lined, but it's just, I want a little bit more structure for the kind of pants I'm looking for. So I want a little bit more of a heavier weight in the fabric, a little bit more structure than these. But if you're someone that you want a pair of black pants that looks polished and elevated, but you want them to be more fluid, these can definitely work if that's what you're looking for. But for me and what I'm looking for, they're just not elevated enough. They don't have as much structure as I'd like. And I would say if you're between sizes, size down in these because like I said, I feel like I'm a true small on the bottom and these are an extra small and they fit. Now this next pair is from Theory. Theory is a brand I love for a lot of essential capsule pieces. They have great quality and typically great fits. So these are a size 4. I did also get the size 2, but the size 2 was definitely too small. The size 4 is even too small. I definitely feel like they run smaller. If I was gonna try these, I would have to go up in a 6 to get that fit. And then I'm not sure about the pockets. So they are real pockets, which I like, but they definitely pull in the size 4. They bulk up that area. So they're not great, but in a size 6, they might actually work. I do love the fit of these and along the leg. I think that they're nice because they're slim along the thigh, they're fitted, but then they go out to more of a slim wide below the knee. And I like that silhouette, but these feel really similar to the Aritzia ones. And I kind of like the Aritzia ones more. And these are a much higher price point, if I remember correctly. Yeah, these are in the 2 to 300 price range, actually $265. So these are definitely a higher price point. The Aritzia ones I feel like are under 200. So I am definitely gonna say these are good, but they're not great. I personally like the Aritzia ones better. These also feel a bit more for work. They kind of have that something about the fabric or the fit feels like they would work more for a work setting versus daytime. Although I definitely think you can wear them for daytime, but I think the Aritzia ones are going to be more versatile for me. So in my opinion, the best overall are the ones from Aritzia. They are the Limitless pant, the curve fit, lengthful, high rise. The leg is wide, even though it feels more like a slim wide. And I have these in a 2, which are too tight, but I'm gonna try them in a 4 because I feel like these could definitely be the perfect black pair of pants for me. So overall, these are my favorite. And I'm gonna say the best budget ones are the ones from Quince. They come pretty close. So if you're looking for a great black pant, but you're looking for something under the $100 price range, and again, I think these are more in the $80 price range, these are probably the way to go because they come pretty close. But check the length, especially if you're on the shorter side like me, check the length when you go to order them to make sure that you are ordering the length that is shorter. Otherwise, you're probably gonna have to get them hemmed. So when it comes down to choosing your favorite pair of black pants or any other capsule wardrobe foundation piece, it's gonna depend on you. It's gonna be relative to your lifestyle, your personal style, and your body and what you feel best in. So it's not a one size fits all. So I hope today's video saved you time, frustration, and some unnecessary returns. I'm gonna link all the ones I shared today down in the description box if you wanna try any of these for yourself, and also the sizing that goes along with them if you need to size up, if they're true to size, or you need to size down. And I'd love to turn this into a series where I'm gonna try on one item in a bunch of different brands and cuts and styles for video for all your capsule wardrobe essential pieces. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to comment down below so that I know this is something that is gonna be helpful for you. And in the meantime, I also have a capsule wardrobe guide with shoppable links that you can download. I'll leave that down in the description box and also up above. And if you want more real life try-ons for wardrobe essentials, make sure to let me know down in the comments and subscribe for future videos. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys next week.